Peace and love, brothers and sisters. Peace and love. Y'all know who it be. It's always me. It's the Aquamarine Amethyst Warrior, Nightwalker. I'm here to drop my knowledge and speak my peace for all my brothers and sisters across the land and sea who feel me on that knowledge and deep. I want to talk today about Sangre Por Sangre. In Spanish, that means blood for blood. I never really understood that concept. Why would you want to spill the blood of somebody else? See, I'm ruled by a logic of, I'll put it like this. I'm ruled by logic and intellect, okay? I'm like the dude Asma who invented the laws of robotics, which means I cannot bring harm to a human, but I have to obey a human's law. But at the same time, I would not allow harm to come to myself. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit up here and kill. So explain that logic to me. Why did we ever get the concept of killing, huh? Why did we ever get the concept of spilling blood? What does that solve? It solves nothing. Just like war. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. You take another person's resource from their land. You take their oil, their gas, you take their food, you take their shelter, and you force them to obey their laws. Your laws, excuse me. Now that makes you a big bad person. Whoopty tap dance and do. In a few years, your name will be forgotten once you die. And sure, your offspring will carry that on, but they'll have to live with the fact that their father was a butcher, a murderer, and they'll constantly have to be under assassination every day and fearing for their life. All because of the concept of blood for blood, or sangre por sangre. I never really understood that. Why do you want to kill? A while back, I saw something on the internet, right? This lady had her son shot dead on the street. And when the dude came up to apologize, the lady was so angry, right? But she said she just prayed. Every time she said she forgave him, man. She said she started busting out in tears because she understood the man's soul. She said he didn't even do that. He wasn't thinking at the time. He wasn't using his knowledge and his reason to, to be able to, how would I put that? To not use stupidity to do dumb things. I'll put it that way, okay? He was using his lower half of the brain, okay? And y'all know what the lower half of the brain does, okay? For males and females, it gets us into a lot of trouble, okay? For males and females, we use the lower half of the brain, the one that's between our legs, okay? We don't use the higher brain right here, the one we should be using on a daily basis. And it gets us into so many messed up situations, okay? And that's real talk. So why do we need to spill blood for no reason whatsoever? Okay? Why would I want to take the life of somebody who I cannot replace? Why would I want to spend the rest of my life in jail away from my family, my friends, my loved ones, who will probably be forgotten all about me by now, or after 3 months stop coming to see me? Not unless I'm married and my woman actually wants to come see me because she wants the dick. Or a female who wants the pussy. But, it's vice versa. The point I'm trying to make is, brothers and sisters, we need to rise up and wise up, okay? The logic of taking another person's life to satisfy a vendetta for no logical reason whatsoever is illogical, okay? It really is. How does that make you feel better? After you take somebody's life, you don't have much of a soul anymore. The part of your body that allows you to have a soul has grown cold. That's why so many people say that they kill somebody, they can't think straight, they can't feel straight. They feel cold inside because you just took a life you cannot replace whatsoever. You can name your child, your niece, your nephew after the person whose life you just took, but it won't replace the life you just took of somebody's niece, nephew, son, daughter, mother, father, any of that. Okay? So explain to me how that's gonna make you feel any better. It doesn't. It really doesn't. It just makes you seem like more of a jackass, okay? It doesn't make you better to take a life you can't replace. And it doesn't make you feel better because you still have a hate, a rage, and a desire to do something that's wrong that you know will never be fulfilled. Do you feel better now that you have taken a person's life? No. You still have an emptiness and a cold feeling inside. and you try to fill that with other worthless material possessions or earthly desires that will never make you truly happy. This is the message I'm bringing to y'all today. Sangre por sangre, blood for blood. Why? Work together. Stand as one. Be a unified people. No matter what relationship, what background, what religion, what culture. What's up? It does not take a rocket scientist to realize that we are all one people. Just because we divided by earth, air, fire, and water, there's no difference between us. It takes us 3 months to a year, maybe, at best, to learn each other's language. Why in the bloody hell are we still fighting over earth, air, fire, and water? Why are we still acting like we don't have no goddamn sense? Is this making us better? I don't think so. It's just making us more and more unevolved. I was watching this old TV show. It was like a ripoff of Jimmy Neutron, right? So it was called Planet Sheen. So Sheen goes to an alien planet, but apparently he's seen the smartest among all the aliens because they don't know much about humans. Anyway, long story short, he meets the talking monkey. And because of the planet's, advanced ecological structure, the monkey has evolved from screeching into speaking fine English language, much like a British person, okay? And when he meets Sheen, he's baffled by how humanity has yet to evolve, and they're still in war. And he says, evolution must be going in reverse. That's what I think is happening to us. We're so busy trying to prove who's the superior species, and our evolution is not going forward. It's going backwards, y'all. It's really going backwards. Y'all gotta realize that we ain't evolving, we're devolving, okay? We're fighting over the same crap that our ancestors fought over. And it ain't getting no better, okay? If this is supposed to be the future, why are we still living in the past? Okay, I get it. Some fucked up shit happened, okay? On Thanksgiving, pilgrims came over there, massacred babies, children, women and children, set their bodies on fire, came over there to our neck of the woods and did the exact same thing. Forced us to believe in their teachings, their logic, and anything we didn't believe in there, if they cut our tongues off, cut our balls off, whoop-de-whoop, had dance and do. The same shit is still going on all around the world in today's time. Just because you don't see it on the news, or you don't see it, don't mean it's not happening, okay? We're supposed to be evolving. How are we evolving? We're still fighting over the stupidest of shit. We are not evolving if we still act like we have no intelligence whatsoever. Please, brothers and sisters, please rise up and wise up. Okay? Because if we continue to use our planet as an exhaustible resource, like we have no end to the resources on this planet, there will be no planet. Okay? The movie Superman and Krypton and whatever was teaching some serious knowledge, or Supergirl was teaching some serious knowledge. The Kryptonians were so advanced in knowledge and technology that they used their own planet as an exhaustible resource. And without knowing it, they caused their own planet and their own downfall because they were so consumed with, religion, politics, and who had what, who looked like this, whoop-de-whoop-whoop, Roger H. They didn't know that they were destroying themselves from the inside out. And when it came time for them to actually save their species, they spent most of their time fighting amongst each other. Instead, only one superior race got off the planet. I wouldn't say superior, I would say intellectual race, because they chose to prepare for this day and realize that this was going to happen regardless. Well, I say two superior races, but the point of the story I'm trying to make is, if we don't stop, there won't be an Earth here for us. Some other species will be walking the planet, and it won't be the humans or Homo sapiens or whatever, okay? Whatever we want to call ourselves. It won't be us. Because we'll be too busy still fighting from beyond the afterlife over the stupidest of crap that our ancestors fought over, okay? And here's a little logic for you. We are our ancestors, okay? We're just in a new form, okay? We're in a new form, but we're our ancestors, okay? And this goes across the land and sea to all the brothers and sisters across the land and sea, okay? We are our ancestors. Our bodies change from male to female, man to woman, whatever. But the knowledge we have of self stays in our mind. If we go into meditation, we can access all this knowledge. we can be a deus ex machina, but without the need to actually exterminate ourselves on a daily basis. Why haven't we not done this yet? You wanna know why? Because the pigs who run your system of power want you to sit up there and be afraid. And when you're not afraid anymore, they create viruses like corona, COVID, bird flu, Ebola, swine flu. They convince you that if you don't follow that rule of law, you're gonna die without their help. Wow, that's really helping humanity. Forcing them back into the caves of fear and, oh, I don't know what's going around the corner. I don't know if I should be scared or if I should come out and fight. If we are so superior, why are we acting inferior to fire? If we are so superior, why are we still afraid of animals? If they are so on the lower evolutionary food chain, why do we need a weapon made of fear to kill them? Why can't we just speak to them? There was this episode of Jackie Chan, old TV show I liked when I was a little kid, okay? And it baffled me because Shandu took over the body of Valmont, the dude who runs the Dark Hand Empire, criminal organization that has their hand in everything criminal in the world. Hence the name the Dark Hand. But my point I'm trying to make here is simple. When he took over Shandu's body, when Shandu took over Valmont's body, there was a stampede in Mexico, or Rome, I forget where it was, but 1,000 bulls started charging at everybody. Everybody else ran. Shandu stood there like a straight up Jew, like, why do I have to fear animals? The animals didn't touch him whatsoever. They saw he was on a higher intellectual plane. So they saw he was nothing. But they didn't see he was nothing. They saw he was basically like a tree just standing there. They went after everybody else who was less inferior, showed less intellect. That says a lot about us. That we can't communicate with animals because we're too busy devouring them to no end. We're consuming our own planet's resources to no end. We're polluting to no end all over the world in our backyard. We're kidnapping, raping, reaving, and destroying other cultures, other people's know-how. You know, we could basically be immortal right now if we combined all our knowledge from, our healing practices we use all over the world. We could have been created, cures for every disease out there. But instead, we hide our knowledge from one another because we're scared for one another. Because I'm scared of you, you're scared of me because you don't like me, I don't look like you, you don't speak the same language as me, I don't speak the same language as you, you don't worship the same God as I do, I don't worship the same God as you do, blah, 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 basically. It grows tiresome. It really does. It's time to rise up and wise up. Sangre Por Sangre does not mean you have to get out here and kill on a daily basis. You are responsible for your own life. Either you become the knowledge you want to seek, or become the destruction you wish to reap. Time to rise up and wise up. I'm just welcome my peace. Peace.